Disney Doc McStuffins. Shake your tail feathers. One night, Doc McStuffins and her toys are pretending to roast marshmallows over a campfire. I hope I don't burn my mouth, says Chili. That's not a real fire, Lambie points out. And those aren't even marshmallows, adds Doc. They are cotton balls. Well, if we can't eat them, what should we do with them? Chili asks. Stuffy has an idea. The dragon grabs a cotton ball in each hand. He tosses one at Doc and one at Chili and yells, "Cotton ball fight!" Everyone joins in. Soon, the room is covered in a blizzard of cotton balls. That was fun, says Doc, but now it's time for bed. Lambie and Doc enjoy a quiet cuddle as Bonty the dinosaur leaps around the room, shouting, "I'm not sleepy, Doc. See, I'm not sleepy." Doc decides a story that will help Bonty settle down. And there's nobody better at reading bedtime stories than Professional Hootsburg, she says. Doc goes to the bookshelf to get her toy owl, but the owl isn't there. "Professor Hootsburg, where are you?" she calls. The toys begin to search the room for Professor Hootsburg. "There's something sticking out of under the toy box," Bronte cries. Doc rushes over and lifts one side of the toy box. "Brave dragon going in," Stuffy announces as he dives under the box and pulls out Professor Hootsburg. Doc uses her magic stethoscope to bring the toy owl to life. Professor Hootsburg is all flat and floppy. The owl explains that she fell off her shelf when the doc was cleaning the room a few days ago. "And you must not have seen me because you set the toy box on top of me," Professor Hootsburg recalls. Doc feels awful. "I could have rescued you right away if I knew you were down there," she exclaims. "Oh, I know that, Doc," Professor Hootsburg says. "You always help toys." Doc wants to give Professor Hootsburg a checkup, but the professor insists on reading everyone a bedtime story first. So Doc and the toys gather around the toy box, ready to listen to one of their favorite stories. But the professor is too weak to hold herself up. She soon topples over. "Please, Professor," says Doc, "if you let me give you a checkup, we can figure out the best way to help you." Lambie gives the owl a hug. "And if you're scared, we'll all be there for you." Professor Hootsburg agrees. Haley brings over Doc's doctor bag. Doc listens to Professor Hootsburg's heart with her stethoscope. Then Doc checks Professor Hootsburg's blood pressure. "I have a diagnosis," Doc exclaims. "You have a case of squished flatosis." The professor looks concerned until Doc explains that all she has to do to feel better is get back in shape. And the best way to do that is to get up and get moving. "You can shake your tail feathers," suggests Stuffy. Then he and Bronte leap up and shake their tails to show Professor Hootsburg how. Doc turns on some music to get everyone moving. Professor Hootsburg needs help at first, but soon she's hooting and dancing and having a great time. The professor's stuffing settles into all the right spots. "Oh my goodness, me! I am officially back in shape," she shouts. "I'm going to make getting up and moving a part of my daily life from now on." The dance party is over and it is time once again for bed. Everyone snuggles together as Professor Hootsburg starts to read. Before long, the toys are snorting. Doc picks up Professor Hootsburg for a good night hug. "Looks like your bedtime story did the trick," she said to her owl friend. "Well, I am an expert at bedtime stories, just like you are an expert at fixing toys."